Hi everyone, I want to welcome you especially to today's live trading session. Okay, so I was supposed to be live with you at 1 p.m. GMT plus 1, but unfortunately for me, I had a lot of privilege to come up live as planned or as expected. So I just want you to pardon me for not being available as at when due. Okay, so it's already 11 p.m. and we're about to, go into a new day. But I thought that it was important and necessary that we had this, live trading session, as it will help us to be able to ascertain what the week is actually going to be like for you. Okay, I've already told you already. For those of you who must have seen the weekly analysis, if you've seen the weekly analysis, congratulations. If you haven't seen it, like as I would always say, you're doing the wrong thing. The weekly analysis probably would have guided you rightly on what to expect, what to see in the course of this week. Okay, the directional bias of the market and all, and then the weekly review, of course, would have uh, put you through the few happenings all that happened in the past week and what's really going on in the forex crypto space. So there's no need to be discouraged. Okay, it's been a whole lot of downtimes. Okay, with the forex space, but what you just need to pay closer attention to is what I always tell you: make sure you are trading a setups. Okay, trade AC setups. If you trade AC setups, you will be safe. Okay, you'll be safe. You have nothing particularly to worry about what's really going on. And if you have a strategy that you have properly back tested and you've seen the results of your back testing play out, and you know for sure that you can actually try this out on the charts, okay, with live accounts, then you will not, for any reasons, lose money. Okay, but if you haven't necessarily back tested that strategy of yours, or you have not really um, understood what it means to trade AC setups, and you're not trading AC setups, you're trying entries, you will lose money. Okay, and you will blow that account because the market has been quite unstable for some time. Okay, so the reason for all this advice is I don't want you to fall victim of whatever experiences that may have been happening in the market. Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure you follow the right procedures so you don't lose. So I find some people coming to my, DM sometimes to ask me how they can learn forex and crypto trading. It's actually very simple. All you need to do is to get on the website kfctrading.com. Just in case you're wondering, KFC www.kfctrading.com. That's our website. Now on that website, you can enroll for our VIP community. The website. Okay, so feel free, just go straight to the website. Okay, and see how you can be able to, get on board with that. Okay, so once you are on board, then you can be able to see um, all of the things we're doing. You get daily updates on the VIP channel. Then you get our daily updates on the VIP channel, and then you get uh trying to send out the links to all of my contact. For those on the VIP channel, you get our daily updates. For those on the free channel, you get our daily updates, whichever channel you are on. All right, sorry for the breaking transmission. Quickly, let me share my screen with you so we can just do what we have for today as we round up this live trading session. So I'm going to be sharing my entire screen. Now this is my chart. Here is the dollar index. Okay, so this is what is done. For those of you who paid attention to the weekly analysis, I told you that once the dollar index keeps going bearish this week, that we're going to find bullish entries. Okay, it made this massive bearish move, but this was very early. Before the London sessions, I didn't catch that. Okay, but if you caught it, congratulations. So if you look at GU, you will see that GU played out very well, very well. So he did this first, he retested and gave this massive bullish entry. So that could have been the entry. Okay, so no problem. One thing you must learn to do in trading is when you find that a predicted move, you were missed out on a predicted move. If you have, you know, mastered your skill and you're professionally trading, you wouldn't allow FOMO, which is fear of missing out or fear of missed out, to affect your psychology. All you would think of is, for me to have gotten that and predicted that correctly, it shows I know what I'm doing and I can do even more. So what you do is you quickly do a quick top down of which, let's see if DXY is going to keep on being bearish this week. Okay, so let's just do a quick top down. So we'll go straight to 1 week time frame as day traders. You see it is bearish. You go straight to the daily time frame and you find it is what? Bearish. Okay, you can see it's taking out this low. It's bearish. So there's already a previous low. Okay, there's already a current low now. Okay, and there is now a what? A new low. Sorry, lower high. Sorry, there's already a new lower high, and then there is a new low because this previous low has been taken out. So anything within this range, I will concentrate on the bearish move. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. You can see that the 4 time frame is what? Is bearish. I will concentrate on looking for bearish moves on G. Bearish moves on G. Okay. So of course to buy because there's obviously voids already. So it will retrace buying. So but I personally would be interested in what it will do after it has retraced bearish. Once it retraces bearish and once it retraces bullish and it starts going bearish, that's what I'm going to be interested in. Once it starts going bearish, I'm going to be doing an opposite of that move on GU. Let's go to 1 week bullish. Let's go to 24-hour bullish. So if you look very well from the 24-hour, you see that this is still the low. It hasn't yet taken out this previous high. So between this level, that was for 4-hour, between this level and this level, I'm going to be just interested in buying GU as long as price is within this range. Even if it declines, as long as it's within this range, I'm going to be interested in buying GU. So you go to the 4-hour time frame, you see it's actually bullish. Okay, of which even for the 4-hour time frame, if I pick this as the new low, for the 4-hour time, if I pick this as the new low, okay, and I pick this as the recent high, even within that range, I can buy you within this range. I can't. Once I find G retraces bearish, I'll just look for my confluence. I find a breakout of structure, a change of character, boom, and that's what's going to be. So that's GU. And of course, during the weekly analysis, I spoke to you already on GJ. So if you do a quick top down, you see that GJ is what? Bearish. Okay? Bearish. So 1 week bearish, go to 4-hour. 24-hour obviously is bearish. So if you look, you see this is the previous low. Sorry, previous high, sorry. And current. What's going on? Sorry. If you look closely, you see that this took out this. Okay? So that becomes the recent high. Then this is the recent low. This is the recent low. So that means GU is GJ is actually bullish but retracing bearish for the 24-hour time frame. Okay, and you can buy it within this range. Then if you go to the if you look at it in that level, let's go to a higher time frame, one time frame. You see that all it has here is weeks, so that doesn't play out in 1 week time frame. If you go to the 4-hour again, you see that it's bearish actually. So if you look here, you see there is a new low here. There is a new low here. Okay, there is a new low here, of which there is a, a lower high, just around it. Okay, pick a lower high here. You might not see it very well from this time frame. If you go down to, let's say 3, or let's go to 2, you might see it better. So let's take this one here, this one here. So they're so small, so I don't want to take that. Let's just go back to the 4-hour and let's pick somewhere around here. So anything within that range, you can sell GU. Anything within that range, you can sell GU. Then took out this low, took out this low. So this is a new, took out this low. This is a very beautiful structure. So what we're going to do here is, I haven't taken out this high, taken out this high, taking out this low. What we're going to do is we're going to see this as a bullish until the retracement. Okay, so we're going to wait for price to retrace bullish, and that means we're going to focus on buying within here to this point. So if you find any bullish confirmation within this range, you can buy as long as price is within this point to this point. So that's what I would say on GJ. Then let's go straight to the AJ. The AJ is for the VIP channel. So quickly, there's a void here. There's a void there, so it might just be a buy. So I'm going to be discussing that on the VIP channel. Let's go to Silver. What's Silver doing? Quickly, top down. So we have bullish 1 week. We have bullish, massive bullish 24 hour. So haven't taken up this. There is a new. So let's focus on the recent. Let's not go to previous. Okay, so that we can be able to get recent moves. So this is the low, and it is a new high for now. It might finish consolidating and give us a new top, but let's assume that's the new high. Bullish. Let's see 4 hour. 4 hour is bullish. Okay, so it's good to buy instead of selling because it's a bullish market. So what you probably should pay close attention to should be the retracement. Okay, so if you go down to the 15 minutes time frame, which is probably the entry time frame, you're only going to just wait for when price will retrace. Once it has retraced and given a bullish confirmation, then you can buy silver. So I'm going to give that update to the group. And the people USDT, I told you it's more of the buys. So what did the sell do? It just took that sell, which I told you is just going to do, very short sell, and it's been buying. So quickly, if you do a top down on people USDT, you see it's actually bullish on the 1 week. If you go to the 24 hour, you see that it is bearish. So if you pick this, you find the low of the current bearish, and you can mark the lower, the higher low, which is just here. So you go to the 24 hour, let's see if it's actually bearish. You see it is bullish. So 24 hour is bearish, 4 hour is bullish. So from the 4 hour, you can actually still mark the previous lower low, okay, and pick a higher low. Sorry, a higher high. This is a lower low, and that's a higher high. So, and in that range, you can buy. Looking from the 4 hour, looking from 24 hour, you can find bearish move. So within this range, if you find any buy entry for people UST, you just go buy. So I'm going to be giving updates for all of you on the VIP. You're going to get EU, you're going to get gold, you're going to get on the AJ. Those of you on the free channel, you're going to get on GJ, GU. People USDT for crypto, silver for commodity. And quickly, and let me just take you through the synthetic. Okay, so the synthetic. So what's the chart showing us for the synthetic? So we have jump 25. So this is jump 25. It's done good move. So it induced that entry I gave you before you went to take profit. So just going to quickly reanalyze. So that was a good one, but we actually probably sold too early. So this is the 24 hour. The 24 hour is bearish, although it is retracing bullish. The 8 hour is bearish, though it's retracing bullish. Then the 24 the 4 hour is bullish. So if you want to trade the 4 hour sequential movement, you can pick this as the new high, that's the higher high, and pick this as the lower high, so or higher low. So you pick the entry time frame, which is 15 minutes. Within this range, after the retracement, can't find bullish entries. It's as simple as that. And then we go to volatility 25. Let me check quickly if there was an entry. Okay, so we had an entry, so we just went halfway induced before going to take off. So that means I think we went too early on that as well. So if you do a quick top down for this, you go to 24-hour time frame. You see it's actually bullish. You go to the 8 hours, it's bearish, and then you go to the 4 hour and it's bearish. So we can actually go bearish. So what we just want is the lower high and the lower low. Okay, so once we go to spot the lower high and the lower low, within that range, all we need to find is a good bearish confirmation. So once it's currently buying, once it gets in a zone and it gives a complete market structure shift for the sell, then you can buy. So just make sure you're buying within this range because it's a bullish market. Okay, so I'm a trend for, like I've told you, and someone will say, well, let me buy. I can see a complete market structure shifts here. Let me just, you will just be taking out. So instead of doing that, what you should find is let this market give the move. In fact, if you use the 4 hour time frame and the Fibonacci tool, you can actually tell where it's going to, looking at the smart money concepts. Now, first of all, there is a huge fair value gap here to get that correctly, of which if you quickly pick just like this, that's the huge fair value gap. And the price is currently there. That's a pure. Me, I'm interested with what price would do in this fair value gap. So as price keeps trading, what I'm going to be expecting it should do in that study path. What I'm going to surprise to do something like this. Okay, if it plays out like this, then I'm good to go. Then a complete market structure shift, a retracement, and this will be my entry. So this is what I will be expecting price to do. So if it does that, then I'm going to get an entry on volatility 25. If it doesn't, then I will not have an entry. So I just hope that with some of few things I've been able to show you, that you were able to follow through my trading pattern ever since the market has really changed. Okay, so I had to put all of these things into the checks, back tested my strategy and be sure that it will help me win more trades in this new Trump administration and in this new market system. I'm a trend follower and I'm interested in what the trend is. So if it's a buying trend, maybe a bullish trend, I want to go bullish. If it's a bearish trend, I want to go bearish. I don't want to do anything otherwise. But I don't find any entries, I'm not going in. If I find A set tops, yes, that's my entry. B, no. C, no. A set tops on, for at least for now. Maybe when the market stabilizes, then I can begin to give other market considerations. But until then, this is what I'm seeing some of the, and I'm guiding you, and I hope this helps you to formulate your market strategy and make good money in the market. Remember the weekly analysis. Okay, we've introduced the podcast, which is the trading teaching series. So just check our podcast section and you find out. And more videos are going to be coming up Okay, so these are just basically videos that will teach you on trading teachings, okay? And it will help you to improve your trading career. So take notes, Friday we'll be having a weekly review after the trading weekend. We're going to have a weekly analysis just after the weekly review. Until then, stay active on the free channel, stay active on the VIP, as I'll be giving you updates, and make sure you win. I'm rooting for you. See you soon.